Hey everyone, Gyarados here, and I've got a crazy April-friendly match that I had against this guy called Keek. Not sure. I think it was from Spain or something. Yeah, I don't really remember. But anyways, yeah, that was a crazy match. The April-friendly tournament is just a single battle 3v3 on Wi-Fi, currently going on from the 25th to the 28th of April. Although this might be uploaded after the actual competition, we'll see. Anyways, let's get this focused here. I seem to have very big problems focusing. Okay, well anyways, let's try and get into the battle because it changes the focus after that, so... yeah, let's get started. I brought Mega Kangaskhan, Sub-Disable Gengar, and just a regular Swords Dance Aegislash. My opponent has a Charizard, Goodra, and a Ferrothorn, so let's see how this battle turns out. There we go. I lead with Kangaskhan because I think that's the best lead to go for, just because, yeah, I can get some heavy damage off this Goodra. And his whole team seemed, except, like, he had an Aegislash or a Gengar, I believe, one of those two. I think he had a Gengar, but I didn't expect this Ferrothorn. So, if I suspect my opponent has, like, a Ghost on their team or something, I'll always go for just a regular Fake Out first, and because of Scrappy, not a Mega Evolve Fake Out. And it's a good thing I did here, because even though damage is damage, it wouldn't have done that much anyway. He probably just would have covered most of it with leftovers. And, hopefully my voice is not too far off the camera here. And also, I get less Iron Barbs damage, because Kangaskhan does it twice, which triggers Iron Barbs twice. Just gonna go for that power-up punch now, even though it's fairly weak. I just want to see, like, I want to set up a really strong return despite being resisted. And I also kind of want to see what this Ferrothorn is trying to do here, because this Ferrothorn is quite annoying. And you don't really usually... I don't know, Ferrothorn doesn't seem good to me, in my opinion, in 3v3, just because you only have 3 members of your team, so having a defensive wall is kind of much harder to carry on a team, but maybe that's just my playstyle, who knows. Feel free to use Ferrothorn on your own 3v3 team, it's just my own playstyle. But anyways, so yeah, he goes for a Leech Seed, and I'm predicting a Protect right here, so this brings me a good opportunity to go into Gengar, so I can get a free switch and go for a Substitute, because Ferrothorn can't really touch me with, unless it carries a attacking move, obviously, because Substitute will block all the status moves. Hopefully he doesn't actually have Gyro Ball, but if he does have Gyro Ball, that's okay, because then it'll only have like 5 to 8 hits anyway, and I can just go for a Disable. So I see here that he has a T-Wave, so now I know it's Protect, Leech Seed, and T-Wave, so I just need to know that 4th move, which is most likely an attacking move. And, well, let's see, he just goes for a Protect right here just to get all his HP back, which is a nice play, I think. I also kind of scouts my set. My set actually does not have Focus Blast, it has Sludge Bomb for the fairies. I'm not sure if that's correct. In this case, it might have been a lot easier just to have the Focus Blast, but, you know, I think fairies might be a bit more of a problem, especially Xerneas, but once Xerneas has like a Geomancy, then I'm kind of screwed anyway. Yes, this tournament is all Kalos native, so you are allowed to bring Mewtwo, Xerneas, Yveltal, and Zygarde, although Zygarde's not really that much of a problem. And we see here now that he does indeed have the Power Whip, so he does have something to break my Substitute. Now, I think I'm just going to go for another Substitute here and hoping that the Power Whip will miss. I still have a lot of HP anyway, and if it misses, that's great. If it's not, then I'll just... my opponent might think I'll just keep going for Substitute, so then I can safely hit a Disable. But my opponent does switch out and goes into Goodra as I set up a Substitute. Now here is a pretty crucial turn, I think, on this next move. Because I'm going to go for the Sludge Bomb, which is my best... like, Iron move is actually fine. Obviously, Sludge Bomb is more powerful than Shadow Ball. And I'm guessing it's Assault Vest right here because it takes like no damage from that Sludge Bomb, but who knows. Let's go for the Dragon Pulse. I'm not going to stay in because Goodra will have multiple moves just to hit me with. And yeah. But the Sludge Bomb, as you see, it got a Poison, which is definitely really nice because Goodra is extremely bulky on the specially defensive side, and having a status on it that wears it down is definitely very good. So I'm going to switch out now and go into my Aegislash because I see another Dragon Pulse coming. He doesn't know how to disable yet, so going for Dragon Pulse is his best move, and I'm just going to switch into something that resists it. And hopefully try and get a nice hit off with the Shadow Sneak, I believe. Or no, actually, I go for King Shield first because I want to scout to see if this Goodra actually has a Flamethrower or not. Because I was guessing it was Assault Vest. But since it switched out, I'm not sure if it's actually Assault Vest or not. For all I know, it could be like Choice Specs or something. So my King Shield fails, but that's okay. Now, if this is a Charizard Y, things get pretty ugly. This is the toughest turn for me because I needed to figure out what I wanted to sack if this was Charizard Y, but luckily this is actually Charizard X with DD, so this is a lot easier to deal with than Charizard Y because I've realized my team is just extremely weak to it. This Solar Beam destroys everything, and if not Solar Beam, then Flamethrower or Fire Blast, one of the likes. So Shadow Sneak actually does a nice chunk of damage here. I'm not sure if this is EV trained or not, but even if it was EV trained, you probably wouldn't put 4 defense on Mega Charizard X anyway. But so here, this is a really obvious turn. I'm just going to go for the King Shield because I really don't want to take a hit from this thing. And my opponent predicts this nicely and goes for the Dragon Dance once again, setting up at +2 attack and +2 speed. Now, of course, I don't want to risk going for another King Shield again because I know my opponent's going to attack this turn. But I honestly really don't have much of a choice here. I need to sack my Aegislash, go for a Shadow Sneak, and hope he knocks himself out with Flare Blitz recoil. So let's see what happens. Yeah, Shadow Sneak does another nice chunk. Flare Blitz is going to hit. Of course, 100% accurate. And of course I don't live this because I am in Blade form. I'm not even sure if I can live a +2 Flare Blitz in Shield form, to be honest. And, oof, a little sliver. But that's okay. I'm going to go into Kangaskhan right here. I go for Sucker Punch because I'm predicting the Ferrothorn to come in and I don't want to take any more Iron Barb's damage. Although, in hindsight, maybe I should have taken Iron Barb's damage because, well... I want Kangaskhan to knock itself out so I can bring Gengar in safely. I don't want to bring Gengar in on a T-Wave or a Leech Seed because that's going to ruin my strategy completely. So I'm just going to go for a couple of returns. That's my strongest move at this point. Although maybe I should have gone for a Power Up Punch, but I did not know his Leech Seed was actually going to miss this turn. If it did, I would have, if I known, obviously I would not have known, but if I didn't have known, then I would have went for the Power Up Punch, then go for a return, and that would have done a lot more damage, actually. But, you know, hacks is hacks, and can't do anything about it, so I'm just going to go for another return again. And the first hit does a pretty decent chunk. I was hoping, and of course, as I explained earlier, I was hoping I would knock myself out with the Iron Barb's damage, but that doesn't seem to be the case, but that's okay. I'm at 5 HP, Leech Seed isn't going to recover that much. So Kangaskhan's going down here, and now I have to go 3v1 against with just my sub-disabled Gengar. So it's going to be a hell of a ride. Yeah. I was thinking about what I was going to say there, but I totally forgot. In any case, yeah, I'm just relying on just going for sub and hoping his Power Whip misses, actually. That's going to be what's going to seal me the game. Go for a sub here, and I think his Power Whip hits this time. If it had missed, if it didn't miss, I would have been in a lot more trouble, because then I'd be forced to go disable without a sub, and that's kind of risky, because he might predict me not to go for a substitute at one point. But I'm just going to get my hopes up and go for one more substitute here, hoping he's going to miss. And then from there, I can just spam Shadow Ball. Thankfully, that Steel does not resist Ghost anymore, so this not carrying Focus Blast is a lot less... what's the word for that? It's a lot less risky? Yeah, it's a lot less risky not to carry the Focus Blast and carry Sludge Bomb instead. Too bad Steel is immune to poison, but that makes sense. Anyways... His Power Whip did miss, which is lucky for me, so I get to get off a free disable, and now he can no longer break my sub. Here I actually, I know he's forced to switch out because he can't do anything, so I should have went for Sludge Bomb, because Sludge Bomb is stronger. Because he's definitely going to bring in his Goodra or his Charizard to sack. Most likely his Goodra, I think. Yeah. But I get lucky once again and get the special defense drop with this Shadow Ball. Bam. Although, I don't think I really needed it because the poison would have put it to a point where I could have KO'd it with Shadow Ball. Yeah, that seems about right. Yeah, yeah, you see. Shadow Ball would have knocked it out at that point anyway, but it might have actually died to poison if I didn't get the special defense drop, so I might not have had a substitute. But, so yeah, I got lucky with that. But if I went for a Sludge Bomb anyway, it would have 2-hit KO'd regardless, so I guess it worked out for me in the end, regardless of which option I picked. Now I can just spam Shadow Ball here, and hoping his Power Whip actually misses, but here I get lucky and get a critical hit. So this critical hit actually seals the 1v1 matchup against Ferrothorn. Now I don't have to like keep going for substitute and then disabling. I can just go for a Shadow Ball next turn. Now what's actually weird is that my opponent does not go for a Protect this turn. I'm not actually sure why. Maybe he thinks that I'm just going to keep going for a substitute, and if he goes for a Protect, then it's really bad for him. So I think that was a good enough play, but I really think he should have actually went for a Protect. I don't know, what's riskier? Me going for a sub and me getting a free sub, or him just dying straight up to another Shadow Ball? Maybe he thought he can live it, but I'm not sure. But here we go, this is the last Pokemon. I definitely outspeed a Charizard X because I am Timid Nature with max speed. And Charizard only has base 100 speed and Gengar has base 110, so I could just knock it out with Shadow Ball and win the game. So yeah, that was a really good April-friendly Masters Division match. Fun tournament so far. First match I lost to Yveltal, which kind of sucked, but, you know, live and learn. Anyways, yeah, that's the end of this April-friendly matchup. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and there might be more if I get any good matches, but if not, then I'll see you guys soon.